The purpose of this video is to assist you in setting up the electronic format for the Professional Education Portfolio, or PEP. To begin, you must have a Google account. So if you have not created one, you need to do so before proceeding any further with this video. So once you have an account within Google, you go to More and then Even More from Google, and you will find the Google Sites link. And hopefully your internet connection will be faster than mine. But while we're waiting on that, just as a reminder, all of the documents needed to assist you in the development and contents of the PEP are located here on the Ed Majors site. You see how to set up the PEP using Google Sites document, which I already have open. And we are beginning with the first steps, going to Google Sites and then finding the Sites tab, which is what we're waiting on. And then once we are there, we will begin creating. So here we are. All right, so to begin, you choose Create, and then come over to the Browse the Gallery for More option. And once you are here, put in CCPEP template, all lowercase, all one word. And you want to choose the first template and come to the bottom and click Select. And once there, you need to name your site. So I am going to name my site Tracy Newman West PEP, and you would name your site Kathy Cosgrave PEP, Jim Lane PEP. I'm just using Tracy Newman West because I think I've used every other combination in the past. And I have no idea what this says, so I'm going to go with COOTLEES, and usually it takes me 3 or 4 of the security codes, but we'll see how I did on this one. And again, going back over to our steps, we have gone through steps 1 through 6, and we're simply waiting, there we go, to see if my login security code worked, and it did. And here we are at the PEP template. And all you now need to do is simply edit this to reflect your own personal information. So it's very user-friendly. You come to the upper right-hand corner and you find the pencil, and that loads the editor. And you probably are beginning to wonder, oh my mercy, Dr. West, it's in Latin. Well, it's in Latin because you're going to come in and delete all of this information and then add information about yourself. So you will do this simply by typing and then saving. Very simple. Feel free to change the banner. You do have to add a picture, and it goes through the directions about how to upload an image of your own. So we're not going to go through the easy steps, but again, just giving you the basic overview. Once you have personalized your home page, you come to Standard 1. And here you find that the language of the standard has already been typed in for you. So there is Principle 1. And there is a section where you can type your reflection directly here, or you can upload a separate Word document. But I will encourage you to copy and paste or type directly into the Google site. And when I say copy and paste, I want to talk to you just for a second about organization. And yes, that's my family. If I were beginning to work on the PEP, I would begin by setting up a folder on my desktop. And then within that folder, I would set up individual folders for Standard 1. And then Standard 2, Standard 3, Standard 4. And there is where I would create my reflection for standard 1, spelling it correctly. And then once I have saved my reflection for standard 1, we're going to come back down here, and there's my PEP folder, and I'm going to put reflection 1 in standard 1. The other thing that I would then do is place the artifacts. And again, if you've been to a PEP help session or have met with Dr. Lane, you know that artifacts are your supporting evidence. Some artifacts are required by your major, and you need to contact your advisor to find out if that's the case or not. Elementary education and special education do have prescribed artifacts, and you can find that information on Case C, going back to the Ed Major site, elementary education and special education required artifacts. So I have a folder beginning here. Let's just say I have a PowerPoint, and then I also have a Word document. So in folder 1, I have my reflection and then the 2 artifacts. So for reflection 1, I can simply Control C or copy, and then come back over here to standard 1, again choosing the pencil, and delete what is there, and Control V, paste my reflection. And then instead of linking my artifact, let's just say that PowerPoint from SPED 332 was my first artifact, and I took that in the fall of 12, and the course is SPED 332, and the rationale is I chose this artifact to support this standard because, and that's your statement, 1 or 2 sentences of why you've chosen that artifact. And then here at the bottom is where I add the files for this standard. So recall, I made a PEP folder on my desktop, so I'm going to go there, and then in standard 1, there sits the PowerPoint, there sits the PowerPoint that I am referring to. So I'm going to just simply upload it. I'm not sure what happened there. Okay, let's try that again. We're going to add files, and we're going to choose that PowerPoint. And nothing is happening. So we're going to choose the Teaching Fellows document. Don't know why I didn't like that PowerPoint, but well, there it is. So it uploaded the PowerPoint, and it has the Word document. So the PowerPoint is my first artifact. The second is my Word document. And again, I simply put in the date that the course was taken, or if you have a due date from the actual assignment, that's great too. And I'm just typing straight in. And then again, my rationale. And let's correct support. And then I have made those edits to standard 1, so I click save. And it's going to save the work that I've done there. Obviously, your reflection would be substantially longer. And again, if you've met during one of the PEP help sessions and talked with Dr. Lane, you know in writing your reflections, you want to be sure that you are unpacking that standard, hitting the keywords, and also making reference to more than simply the 2 artifacts that are posted here. So basically, ladies and gentlemen, you're repeating this process for each standard and going back to organizing, if you choose, as I did, within one folder, so everything is there, easy to locate. And that's really where I would begin. I would begin by making folders for each of the 10 standards, reading them carefully, thinking about the work that you do have, things that may need to be scanned or pictures taken for an electronic artifact, but see what you have and then fill in the gaps from there, because getting started is really the hardest part. And to effectively start, you need to get yourself organized. So recall, go back to the Education Majors website, look to the documents there, contact your advisor. Feel free to send us one reflection when you have one prepared to be reviewed and to gain some feedback. And most importantly, get started. Start early, give yourself time, and really commit to writing reflections that have us or that give us the ability to see the growth that you've made and the connections that you have demonstrated within the PEP. So I hope the video is helpful to you. Please feel free to email me, twest@columbiasc.edu, and I'll be glad to help you if I can.